Hello everybody! Now I'm going to speak about the curriculum in the Basque Country. To do that, I'm going to answer some questions that appear in the platform. The first question is, how much do you know about the curriculum in the Basque Country? Write down things that you remember. Try to be as specific as possible. To be honest, I don't know too much about the curriculum in the Basque Country. I read it sometimes during my previous degree. However, I always read it looking for specific information I needed to carry out a task. I have never read it without having a particular goal. As an illustration, if we were designing a unit of work for social sciences for 7-year-old children, we found out about the objectives that children of that age should reach regarding that subject. Likewise, we used to look for transversal competencies that should be developed by the children. I used to do that quite easily. It was something that we did systematically. Apart from what I have just mentioned, I have sometimes taken a look to the curriculum whenever José Ignacio Wert, the Minister of Education of the Spanish government, has proposed changes. Similarly, I have analyzed the curriculum to be aware of the variation that the project Heziberri implies. The second question is, where do you study the curriculum at the faculty? Which part of the curriculum did you study and in which module? As I have mentioned before, we used to look over the curriculum when we had to design a unit of work, when we needed specific information to carry out a task, when we needed to solve a doubt, and so on. For example, if we were discussing about the objectives that 10-year-old children should reach regarding Basque language and we couldn't come to an agreement, we checked the curriculum. Additionally, I remember that we worked specifically on the curriculum in one of the modules of the second year and whose name I don't remember. I don't remember that we had to design a curriculum for an imaginary school taking into account the curriculum in the Basque Country. The third question is, what would you say the curriculum is for? How would you define it? I will say that the curriculum is for knowing what should be taught depending on the age of the students. Identically, I think that it is a guideline to set goals for different subjects that are taught in schools. It is a common framework for all schools of the Basque Country. Having it, all the students of our country learn similar content, although the curriculum is not that specific and each school or each teacher, depending on the case, has the power to adapt it. The fourth question is, what is the relationship between textbooks used at school and the official curriculum? In my humble opinion, activities that appear in textbooks are based on the objectives that are summarized in the official curriculum. In other words, the activities have to be designed taking into account the official curriculum. They have to be designed taking into account what the curriculum says. All the objectives that are set in the curriculum should be reached, although the textbook author or authors can decide to work on other goals that are not mentioned in the curriculum. The fifth question is, do you think school teachers are familiar with the official curriculum? Justify your answer. I sincerely think that teachers who use methodologies that consist on teaching using textbooks, all the time, do not pay too much attention to the curriculum. Textbooks designers do that for them. So it's easier. On the contrary, teachers that design and create their own material, for example in Ancho like Escola and places like that, teachers are quite familiar with the curriculum because they have to check it when they are designing the material, as I did during my degree. When you have to design a unit of work, you have to have a look to the objectives that appear in the curriculum to design your unit of work. And in my case, as I have always done my work experiences with teachers that don't create material for the students apart from the typical worksheets, I have never seen a teacher glancing at the curriculum. What's a pity, no? What do you think? The sixth question is: have you ever studied the specific part of the curriculum related to languages? What does the curriculum say about languages? Try and be as specific as possible. I think that I have never studied the specific part of the curriculum related to languages. However, I really have a bad memory, so it's quite probably that I studied something regarding languages at some point. In relation to what the curriculum says about languages, I don't have a deep knowledge about it. Nevertheless, I know that the curriculum says that there are two official languages in the Basque Autonomous Community, Spanish and Basque. I also know that the objective is to form a framework that answers the necessities of a plurilingual context, taking into account the sociocultural and sociolinguistic situation. So it's not the same a school which is situated in Azkoitia or in Azpeiti that in Gasteiz. Apart from that, the curriculum also mentions that children have to reach a sufficient knowledge of one or two foreign languages that schools could could increase the usage of the languages, etc. That means all the students have to know Spanish and Basque and one or two foreign languages, but each school have the power to increase the usage of the languages. If I want to teach Basque for 3 hours in a week, I have the power to do it, and I can, but I also can teach only 1 hour of Basque in a week. So it's not so close. The curriculum is, you can adapt it to your situation. And finally, the question number 7 is: can you design a school language project ignoring the official curriculum in the Basque Country? Justify your answer. I think that everything that is taught in a school has to be based on the official curriculum. Each school can have its particularities, but all of them have to fulfill what the curriculum says. As an illustration, a school can decide if social sciences in English are taught in the last year of DBH or not, but all the schools have to reach the objectives that are stipulated for social sciences in DBH world. So you have the power to choose if you are going to teach them in English or not, but you have to teach the same objectives. Okay? So when we are designing our school language project, there are some aspects that we have to follow. As you can see, I don't know too much about the official curriculum in the Basque Country, but I have tried to share with you all I know. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon. Bye bye.